Top 10 Countdown.
Let's see what we're working with.
All right, so we're talking wheel stands and blowovers and other spectacular failures. At one of Duck's races, and the good thing about this run at one of Donald's races is the wheelie happened early, because I believe, as we'll see, when they happen late at South Georgia Motorsports Park, it ends a lot. It ends a lot worse.
The coolest part about that is that at first he didn't know what he was doing. Then he played it off and made it like, yeah, I meant to do that.
Right there, he's wishing he had a wheelie bar up on one wheel. He's got the bullhorn headers that might have helped contribute to that wheel stand.
I mean, dude needs some wheelie bars, I can assure you that.
Oh, look at that right there. I'll tell you what, that Joker even did a silhouette dance. 9.
Far lane, the car on your left-hand side. That must be some sort
That was
of
a great
record, because
blowover,
he
really.
crossed the finish
You know, because
line on his
car didn't break
left
apart.
in
Probably take it
reverse.
right back around.
Clay Milliken.
Right there, he's probably just wishing, is this ever going to end?
Clay! That's got to be the longest backwards wheel I ever saw in my life right there.
Clay Milliken climbed out of the car with the only thing hurt being his pride.
Well, the team from Tennessee at a Dukes of Hazzard sponsored race pulling the Dukes of
Why my man hosing him off and he even got no fire? He just squirted, he missed the squirty. He was like, hold up. It's like, hey, let me cool you down. Flame's already gone, baby.
Long about now, I bet that boy wishes he had a parachute.
Yeah, General Lee, see, I told you. That was my favorite show as a kid, Bo and Luke Duke, man.
The car on the left side of your screen. He's on and off the throttle. When
Yeah.
Clay Milliken hits the
I
throttle
don't
for
see
the
him, I don't
second
see him.
time,
Now I see the sky.
All the clutch timers are in. Let's
Should've
just call
lifted
it
an hour ago.
Or direct drive all the way. And that baby got some air underneath.
Get
it.
out
It
of
was
town.
all over.
That Joker made it across the finish line with his back wheels first.
Unfortunate for him, he changed lanes, but otherwise, that probably would have at an IHRA Top Fuel show in this era. That might have made him #1 qualifier, give or take.
Man, that was a bunny hop.
If the body had not come unlatched in that thing, he would have been probably on the return road or in the third row of the grandstands.
rack and pinion steering on that thing, the whole 9 yards, never worked.
Got underneath it, and it kind of just like a dragster, just tried to take the body right off the chassis.
Man, Richard looks like he's about 15.
It looks a little like Snake back then. Remember we used to tell him he looked a little like the Snake?
And it did a good job of that, and then when it came down, the A-arms broke, and I had no control over it.
Here we go. Oh my God. This is all-time stuff right here. Rich, where are you going? Yeah, look at that. Look at that, Rich. Yeah, the front end looks a little beat up. Why do you have to hit the wall for all that? You could at least hit the chassis. Well, you always hit the wall.
Spring Hill, Kansas. Well, there's a rumor
Anytime you have havoc on your car, that is bad news.
Together. Down the track they go, and Foxworth blows over. A huge crash for Doug Foxworth. The car comes apart. You see him there in the roll cage. One final roll over. He stops on all 4 wheels, or what's left of it, and right now we see him moving. He is moving inside that cage.
So you note the front end of that car. This car had a problem the day before, and they went and repaired it and came back out again. That's why the front wing doesn't match the rest of the car.
Oh, Lord. That was a rough one.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, this was avoidable. This was avoidable. I think Jimbo or Malavich is the one that told me, he goes, Doug, your wing's pointing the wrong way, and we're looking at it. No, it's not. All right. Whatever you say, bro.
And And that's good news to Doug Foxworth's crew waiting anxiously at the start line. Now here's another look, the dreaded blowover. You can see the car starting to lift at about.
You know what the crazy part about that deal right there is? The craziest part of it is when he went over, he just didn't go over. He actually did a somersault silhouette in the air.
These cars are
Note the fact they had giant traffic cones in the middle of the racetrack back then,
Notice how
too.
the frame rails and the roll cage hold together. Look at the reaction of the crowd. Right on top of it, a bird's eye view. Now watch this one final roll slowly over.
Is that at the end of these things, there's always that one last just kind of flop over. It's like, this couldn't get, yep. And again, the body stripped away. You see him sitting in there.
Parts following him down the track.
Yeah, when you pass the finish line and the rest of the car passes, second and a half later, not good.
Well, those parts being moved along by inertia, there's the wing. It caused the whole problem.
Did it hurt right here, dog?
Yeah, I think it's just because I hit the tubing when it was.
Yeah, because you got a cut out.
You come back down and hit the ground.
Doug's probably going, man, ain't nobody bringing any Tylenol? Can I get an Advil? Can I get an Excedrin? Damn, can I just get a water? Can I get a water?
Doug's like, hey, how about maybe I get out? I know we're having a good conversation here. I understand everything you guys are asking me, but how about we do this with me outside of the roll cage?
I'd like to see NHRA put stands behind a starting line like that.
Power wheelie, like it always happens at SGMP, drove itself into space. And the fact that it didn't fly another 10 feet to the left and land on top of the wall was really good for Marcus.
Look how shiny the track is. That's how glued up it is.
I understand what's going on here. If you don't run a wheelie bar, you can take like 300 pounds off your car.
Right.
I wouldn't take it off the nose.
How about that? Oh, hold on, Cruz. That was amazing.
You see Cruiser? He even won the race.
That's one of the most amazing things I've ever seen a funny car do. And if there were a lesser driver that didn't keep their composure, that car came up, and when it came down, he didn't overreact.
Kudos. High five, Cruz, for being number 5. High five.
Believe it or not, I think the blowout hatch opened up and relieved pressure like a NASCAR. You see that?
That happened. The whole place went nuts. This was the Fall Vegas race. They re-racked the replay. There's dead silence. The replay runs. The whole crowd is dead silent. I'm down there with Beard. I do an interview with Beard as we watch the replay. And Lee Beard, who is usually not a man short for words, just stood there and watched like the rest of us with his mouth open.
The only thing that would have been better is if he was on fire like Snake was when he did that wheelie that time and through the finish line there in the Hot Wheels car.
You know what's the impressive thing? He kept it off the white line. Some people got trouble doing that when the car ain't even doing it.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
And the nitro motor is so pissed off that thing was still running. There he is.
Brother, he did a 720 aerial.
Collins was, of course, a guy who rode triple engine top fuel motorcycles.
Russ Collins ran a drag bike also, right?
Yeah.
I bet he wishes he was on it right now.
Shoot, alligator even got style like that.
Russ got some serious style points on that blowover. That was what, 2 or 3 pirouettes in the air.
That's some good points there. If he could just land it, make a nice landing, that's damn near a perfect landing.
The front end, the rear tires, the wing struts, and that's what kept him from getting injured. Again, we emphasize the car may have been a total wreck, but Russ Collins was absolutely unscathed.
I'd say that was a 9.5.
I'm giving it, yeah.
Evans does this interview with him in typical Evans fashion. You know, the guy's half dazed and everything, but one of the things I'll never forget Collins said was, you can't stop this guy. You think you can stop it as quick as you are, you think you can stop it, but you can't stop this guy. This guy meaning the blowover phenomenon.
To stop this guy,
And as fast as I think I am, boy, there's no way. It is instant. It's instant.
As we see it again, remember Big Daddy's words, how that car landed on points of absorption. The tires, the wing struts, the front wheels.
Without a doubt, the glamour division of the sport, but also the most dangerous.
Fuel competition. The quickest man in the world, Texan Eddie Hill. The drama unfolded 2 days ago during a qualifying run.
Yeah, this is, to me, as an honorable mention, this is a little questionable. So it makes me wonder what's coming up, because if this is only making honorable mention status.
And a horrifying flip. Eddie Hill was experiencing the nightmare of every top fuel driver. Amazingly, moments later, Hill was able to unbuckle and to scramble away.
Woo. He look at, he stepped out. He goes, whew. Ain't nothing left of that. Look at Eddie. And look at Eddie. Eddie said, like, you know, I'm a man. I'm a man's man.
If I just had a blowover, you know how I want to be interviewed? I want to be interviewed shirtless, because I'm a bad man.
Yeah, this deal here seemed like it happened awful fast. And another thing, too, I was not expecting it that far down the track, and it was so unexpected. Hardly ever have to lift at that stage of the racetrack. So it'll be interesting to try to figure out what caused that.
And Ursa, your wife, is already talking about trying to borrow a car from somebody to put your motor in. Are you ready for that?
We need something to ride. I think I hurt that one pretty bad.
Indeed you did.
After destroying the only car they brought to Pomona, Hill and his crew borrowed a bare frame from Darrell Gwynn and an amazing all-night construction project.
Rebuilding that car to race?
The Eddie Hill rule, right?
Got underway. Under the direction of Crew Chief Buzzy Carter, this team accomplished overnight what should take as long as a week.
And as daylight returned to Pomona, Eddie's wife Ursi watched the completion of the time-consuming details that would lead to the long-shot opportunity to qualify in the final session a brand-new car.
Dragway, cheering on the wheelie king, Brian Ambrosini.
Brian Ambrosini, baby, the legend himself. Ambrosini, the gremlin, the genius of the late great Ron Leake, and the World Power Wheelstanding Championship at Byron Dragway.
Get up, get up, get up, let them hear it. Oh, hold on to it, Brian. Oh, no. The car has overturned.
That's a 10.
No, he didn't go far enough. He went right over.
You know what the best part of this thing was? He won $10,000 for that wheel stand.
They're doing wheelies for 10 grand? You know what he said? He may have wrecked his car, but he goes, I got 10 grand. I got 10 grand. I won 10 grand. Now I got about 15 grand worth of damages.
Ambrosini, he showed up to do this. That's the thing that's bonkers nuts about this. Ambrosini showed up to do exactly what he just did. Not to just pull a wheelie, but to take a gremlin, one of the most noble automobiles ever built, and to wheelie it over backward like a tumbler.
To rest on its top. Watch out, crew, watch out. We have fire trucks coming. Stand clear, stand clear. Report is that he is climbing out of the car. Brian Ambrosini is out of the car. He is climbing out right now. And we are all catching our breath in the tower. That is not what any of us wanted to.
He's like, damn it, you just tore up my hot rod, damn it.
The only thing Ambrosini's saying right now is, pay up, sucker.
Thank God everybody's all right.
Yeah.
Thanks, BJ. Thanks, Byron Power Wheelstanding Champion. Thanks, Ron. Thanks, everybody, for coming, supporting me. Appreciate it. 20 years. Next year will be 21. I'll be back.
Was it worth it?
No.
Oh, look. Is that a Chevette? Is that a Chevy Chevette?
only thing that would have been better there is if the thing rolled back over and then ran the Christmas tree.
Dude went turtle.
Oh man, this thing might flip over backwards. Oh, it did.
But look at the smarts. This dude put the sponsors on the bottom of the car, built that little spill plate under there. I guarantee you, the late Ron Leake, I guarantee you lost his mind because this guy still had safety glass in it. And watch, there is a glass disaster on that drag strip that probably took him 2 hours to clean up.
Jim Epler on the far side against that cool-looking Matco car. Again, keep your eye on the car in, well, you know, the far lane. This is weird. Houston, we have a problem.
We just don't see funny cars do that. Cruz Pedregon, if there's anybody that perfected it, it was Pedregon. Maybe he learned something by watching that. Because when you watch Epler, he was doing what he could to win the race. Slaps the throttle, and he could not have known instantaneously he would be in an airplane.
Funny cars are not supposed to take lift off like that.
The wheelie is not nearly as scary as Paul Smith.
Houston, we have a problem.
That might be one of the best funny car wheel stands ever. Better than those rear engine cars.
I mean, look at how bent the chassis is. The front wheels are legitimately, one of them is not touching at all, the other one is barely
the car,
touching.
Obviously, was not.
What is that? Things that make you go, huh.
So you come out of the burnout, and clearly things have gone horribly wrong. Left-hand side of the car is on the ground, but Ron Leake is not going to stop this guy. Why? Because these people paid to see a show.
Whatever happens to this guy, he has company.
I mean, he's definitely got a good crew. I mean, the guy's getting backed up and he's only got one wheel to steer.
This is another wheelie car? Oh, this makes complete sense. Now you don't even need fronts. Might as well just have skis or something on there.
He's not leaving. I know he ain't going down the track.
The crew guy, like, bring him into the beams. Are you kidding me? Like, yeah, let's make sure it's staged precisely. As a wise man once said, there is a fine line between hobby and mental illness.
What did he think was going to happen?
The camera guy had one brief moment of clarity there and said, it ain't worth it. 99 out of 100 track operators would have run out and made this guy shut the car off. Ron Leake would have fired an employee that made this guy shut the car off.
See this guy right here? Backing him up? You fired. You fired.
Nothing to see here. Things are going to be fine.
Oh yeah, how could anything go bad? I mean, I'm going to say this guy made his mind up that he was making a run no matter what. You're going to have to get better people that will stand there a little longer. I mean, Les would have.
Buy my helmet.
Les would have stood there until the car hit him.
3. At 5.34 seconds. How badly did Big Daddy want to back that up?
I was here. I know this one. 1986, Englishtown, New Jersey, Summer Nationals. Big Daddy's flyover.
If there is a most iconic blowover, this has got to be it.
With the touch of a true master of his craft, Garlits regained control.
It's almost like a movie scene, like Top Gun or something. Come to the smoke like that.
Hold on, safety. Safari. Watch what I do. I'm good. You know why? I'm the man.
The streamlined dragster came through the crash in remarkably good condition, considering the potential for damage. Garlits calmly went about the task of shutting down the engine, unbuckled his safety belts,
And we have it's 1986, and the 1952 Safety Safari spacesuit was still in action. That thing, I don't know what they paid for it, but they got their mileage out of the aluminized spacesuit from Lost in Space.
And carried to its ultimate conclusion, that of turning over backwards. But it happened to Garlits. As the car went faster, the front end climbed even higher. From another angle, you can see Garlits' problems started the moment he began his run. The small front wheels left the ground almost instantly, touching down only once or twice as the car accelerated rapidly. The aerodynamic...
This is a perfect example of somebody say, "Dear Lord, Jesus, take the wheel." And Jesus looked back, "Oh, you got this, I'm good."
Slammed back to the pavement. The engine still delivering power. The rear slicks trying to move the car forward, thereby halting the backward slide. Garlits finally hit the brakes, and the car stopped, concluding the final chapter of one of the most bizarre incidents we have ever seen.
And look, he's doing a little sidecar grind on the guard wall. And you know what he said? He goes, "How about I'm gonna stop right here before the scoreboard? That's what I do. Can I get my check? Can I get my money?"
He got second place.
That was first place material right there.
That's some X Games stuff right there. You get big points for that on a skateboard.
That is just pure skill right there. Oh, until that part.
That's pretty impressive.
Especially it looks like Tony Hawk.
Again, Leak was pissed off because the guy ruined his grass outside the wall. Other than that, he loved every part of this.
Man, I don't know if
he does a grind.
I've already given out a couple 10s. I mean, that's an 11.
That's simply amazing.
Guy running out there with like a notepad. I don't know what the notepad guy, I don't know if he was making a courtroom sketch of that wheel stand. I don't know what he was doing with that, but he certainly had some stuff to write down. And by my count, Concrete still remains undefeated against drag racing cars.
Number 1. Who is this? If Fred Astaire was a top fuel dragster, that's him right there.
He power wheelie, and then he goes full on Tara Lipinski.
On the tires. Man, that made me dizzy.
Oh, Lord. Oh!
That's some dancing with the Star Top Fuel style right there.
I mean, excellent style.
And what's cool is the rear tires came off and the engine.